Hey, how are you? Ms. McFadden here. It's nice to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you during the course of the semester. Just want to take a minute to introduce myself to you. This is going to be my 24th year in teaching and 24th year at Sacred Heart Cathedral. It's the only place I've ever taught. Before I was a teacher, I was in graduate school for a couple of years. I worked with kids who were either homeless and runaways or kids in foster care. I am originally from the Chicago area. I am a die-hard Chicago Cubs fan. I went to the University of Notre Dame, so I'm also a Notre Dame football fan. If you know anything about Notre Dame, you know that they are the Fighting Irish, and when I came onto Sacred Heart Cathedral's campus for the first time and saw leprechauns and Go Irish, I thought, golly, this is too good to be true. A couple little things about me, just so you have a little sense of who I am, and I'll answer some of the questions that I hope you'll answer either in your own introductory videos or otherwise. When I was growing up, my favorite book was The Secret Garden. As an adult, I tend not to have favorite books necessarily, but favorite authors. So Douglas Copeland, Ann Patchett, I'm forgetting a couple other names. I love books about baseball. Like I said, I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm wearing my A's jersey today. They've been on a roll, at least as I'm recording this. I'm going to go back to the question about my favorite book. My absolute favorite book of all time, always will be, is this one called Bunny Blue. And you'll notice that there's a blue bunny here, and you're going to think, why is that one so special? I never even heard of that. And then you'll notice that I have that same bunny tattooed on the inside of my arm. The author of this book is, and her name's not even listed here, is Catherine Stallman, and that's my grandmother. And my full first name is Catherine, and I was named after her. And she's the kindest, sweetest human being I ever met in my life. And if I'm as good a person as she was, I will have lived a good life and been a good human being. The kind of random question I was going to ask you is, because I love weird questions that get us to think, are dreams autobiography or are they fiction? I've been thinking about that. I love thinking about remembering my dreams. For a year in graduate school, I lived in a house with a bunch of friends, and we would sit around at breakfast and talk about our dreams, so I remembered them more, and we'd try and figure out what they meant based on maybe the previous days or previous week's activities. And on any given day, I think one or the other, but I generally think that dreams are autobiography, and they come out of the depths of our memories, in places and people and events we forgot come back to us for reason or for not a reason. But I love to think about what's real and what's fantasy as we read novels, whether it's graphic novels or any other English class you might take, and even movies too, right? And even, I think, some types of music takes us to the question of whether it's real or fantasy. Anyway, I could go on talking about myself, as many of us could, for a while. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Hope we have a good time together this semester.